Good morning, and welcome to Coffee with Bob. Recently, I read an article about a young boy who had called into the emergency number. Now, this took place in New Zealand, and so it wasn't 911. In New Zealand, it's 111. And this little boy's 4 years old. He calls in to 111. The dispatcher answers, and he says in a very cute New Zealand accent, "Police lady?" She said, "Yes." And he said, "I have something to tell you." And she said, "Yes, what is it?" And he said, "I have some toys for you." And she said, "You have toys for me?" And basically he invited her over to his home to show off all his toys. Well, she thanked him and made sure that there wasn't an emergency by talking with his father, and then the call was ended. But the dispatcher took that serendipitous occasion and took advantage of it, and she put out a call for any available police officers in the neighborhood of that child to go by, because there was a little boy who wanted to show the police his toys. And so Constable Kurt took the call, went over and met this little boy and his family. I'm sure verified that there truly wasn't any kind of an emergency. But then he took the opportunity to educate the little boy and his family on what really constituted an emergency. And then, of course, he saw the toys. And this little boy had this vast array of toys. And then the constable took him out to his police car and, showed him the siren and the lights, and just a wonderful opportunity. And there's a picture of it that shows the constable along with the little boy. And I think that the constable is having at least as much, if not more fun than the little boy. When you have an opportunity to show kindness, take it. I can tell you firsthand what it does for your soul, not to mention what it does for the other person. There were several years ago, before I was at St. Luke's, that I was serving at a smaller church. And because it was a small congregation, I asked the question. I was talking about how God created beautiful diversity in life, and how variety is something to be appreciated, and that we shouldn't be put off by any kind of differences, but rather appreciate them as God-given gifts. And so I used as an example of going to Brahms, and I said, who would go to Brahms and order vanilla ice cream? Now, it was a rhetorical question, because I truly couldn't imagine, why would you go to this ice cream store that has all these different flavors, and why would you order vanilla ice cream? But what I had intended as a rhetorical question, because I already knew the answer to it, other people in the congregation didn't know that it was a rhetorical question because they had their own answer. And so when I said, who would go to Brahms and order vanilla ice cream? And two little hands at the back of the sanctuary went up. And I got caught off guard, because it really wasn't an interactive sermon, but it became one at that moment. Afterwards, I talked to the couple, and it was this little couple, an older couple, close to 90, and just a sweet couple. And after church, we had a chuckle about it, but I went home and I was thinking about them. And so I went to Brahms and got a carton of vanilla ice cream and drove it by their house and dropped it off. And they were so surprised to see me at their house. They welcomed me in for vanilla ice cream. And from that moment on, we had a fast friendship. And these were people I dearly loved. When you have an opportunity, when something like a serendipitous moment, opportunity for kindness comes your way, jump on it. You'll never know how it will bless the other person how it will bless your life and the relationships that can develop from it. You really don't have anything to lose when you show kindness. So why not take every opportunity you can? I hope you have a great day today.